Let's talk about cheat days and cheat meals. Should you have them while you're dieting? Are they going to hurt your progress? And I also just want to talk about how your approach should be, your mindset around cheat days and cheat meals while you're trying to lose weight. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? This is Anthony Armando. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Really appreciate your support. Just a few housekeeping things before we start. If you're on your journey right now and you're looking for some help, I do offer one-on-one online coaching. That's the first link in the description. So if you're ever interested in what I have to offer or anything like that, you can always message me. We can talk about it beforehand, talk about your goals, your situation, so that you know if I will be able to help. And I'd love to help you on your journey, kind of speed things up. And the following two links are links to my Instagram and my Twitter. So if you ever want to connect with me, if you ever have any question that you think I can help you with, feel free to always reach out to me. I respond to everything. All right, let's talk about cheat days and cheat meals. All right, so first things first, like I literally hate the name cheat meal or cheat day because like the stigma around it implies that you're doing something wrong. And these cheat days or these cheat meals usually involve foods that taste really good and that are also higher in calories, and they're just very rewarding, make us feel good and everything. And that implies that you're doing something bad and that you can't eat those foods like on a day-to-day basis and still lose weight, which if you know all my stuff, if you know what I preach, that is totally not true. So number one, I really hate the name cheat meals, cheat days. I would really like remove that from your vocab if you're someone who does use those. All right, so do you need them? You don't need them. All right, a lot of people will say, will ask me like, hey, should I like try to shock my body and like eat more calories? Like, come on. We're just looking for an excuse to eat a little more. It's okay. Like, you can ask me like, hey, what's a way I can eat a little bit more? But you're not going to shock your body into losing weight by eating more calories. You're also not going to boost your metabolism. You're just going to, take in more calories, and your body's going to, inherently hold on to more fat than it would have if you would have ate less calories. So there's really no need for them. There's really no purpose for them. Now, I will say there's certain cases where, you've been dieting for months and months, and just mentally you need a break from the diet mindset, from, everything that comes along with dieting, having to sacrifice, having to be conscious of your food decisions. That can wear on you, and if you're in a busy time of your life, like I get it. So in those cases, it may be necessary just to kind of rejuvenate how you feel about this whole fitness and weight loss journey. But from a technical standpoint, there's really no benefit to it. The only thing that would benefit you, or the only thing that you can benefit from, is continuing to, stay consistent and stay consistent on your diet, and, continue to hit your calorie goals or whatever type of plan you're on. Another thing with cheat days or cheat meals is they really can't affect or, ruin the hard work that you have been putting in. Say you've been eating, 2,000 calories Monday through Friday, or Monday through even Saturday, and then Sunday you decide to eat, 4,000 calories. Like, your average amount of calories that you've eaten throughout the week has significantly increased just because of that one day. Because really, when you're looking at, or when you're talking about losing weight and everything like that, you kind of have to look at like the full week. So you could have 3 really good days and 2 really bad days, and those bad days are going to affect your progress. Now, I'll be the first one to say, it's just one day, it's just one meal, just get back on track. But if it's like an every week thing where you're having a whole cheat day on Saturday, or every Friday night you have to have a cheat meal that's probably, upwards of 2,000 calories, it's going to affect your progress. And I'm not saying it's the thing that's going to make you gain weight, but it's probably going to stop you from losing weight. So you might be able to get away with this with the first like 20 pounds you lose. But the more weight you lose, the less you have to lose, meaning you have to dial it in more. So you might have to be more accurate throughout the week and try to take these cheat days or these cheat meals out. Another thing I want to say is like, the whole mindset around it just isn't good. Like, if you feel like you need to have a cheat day or a cheat meal, your diet is way too restrictive. Those cheat days, or those feelings, those intense cravings where you're just craving foods that you would have never craved in the first place, or you feel the need to like eat until you're sick, almost like getting into like a binge session, that's directly related to your diet. So like, if you feel those needs, like your diet's not going to work forever, right? So the whole mindset around it, that's the part I just really hate, because again, you can eat whatever foods you want as long as you stay within your calories. So you can fit these certain foods in. Now, are you going to be able to have 6 pieces of pizza, 3 candy bars, once a week? Like, no, but you might be able to have half of what you had and still lose weight. So again, it just kind of like messes with you mentally. And if you're able to nail down like portion sizes and kind of learn to, minimize the overeating that you do, then you can still eat all that stuff and lose weight. So on top of it, ruining your progress, it just has a very detrimental effect on your mindset. So let's say you do have one of these days or one of these meals where you just eat a ton or you eat more than you would have liked to. Again, like I just said, I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but let's try to minimize that and fix the mindset around it. But let's say you do. Okay, what can you do after? It's very simple advice. All you need to do is get back on track. That's all you can do. Like if you're just focused on the past, it's not going to help you. Now, I will say one thing that will help you is trying to think about the emotions you were feeling. Maybe you were stressed, mad, upset, lonely during this like cheat meal, or the reason you felt you needed to have a cheat day. Stress. You need to figure out why it happened. But once you figure out that, you need to like move on now. Because if you don't, if you keep thinking about it and beating yourself up over it, you're living in the past and you can't move on, and that's all. You're just going to continue to be guilty and ashamed, and you're not going to be able to get back on track. So the only thing you can do is literally wake up the next day or the next meal and just get back to your regular scheduled meals. Have a healthy meal. That goes back to another rule that I preach is don't miss twice. So if you have a high calorie meal or a not so nutritious meal, all you need to do is get back on track the next meal. Like literally, or even the next bite. Remember, you're always one bite away from getting back on track. You're never too deep in the day or in a meal to minimize the damage. Okay, so if it happens to happen, just get back on track. Don't beat yourself up over it. That's the worst thing you can do. And I know I've been there. It did me no good. And looking back, like you're not gonna care in like 2 years. Like, big deal. Like, I gained 2 pounds of water weight that I'm gonna literally lose in 1 week. Like, I promise you it's not a big deal. But I will say that if these happen like once a week or every few days, it's directly because your diet is too restrictive. So if you're listening to this right now and you can relate, your diet is probably very, it's low calorie. You're not eating a lot of like, fun foods or processed foods. You're holding yourself to very high standards, which I admire you for, but you need to loosen the reins just a little bit, because you're eventually going to burn out. You're eventually going to get sick of eating the same things, and that's why you're craving these cheat meals or these cheat days in the first place. All right, so just to wrap it up, you do not need cheat meals or cheat days to be successful on your weight loss journey. It's not going to boost your metabolism or shock your system into burning more calories. If someone tells you that, or if you believe that, I believe that's just an excuse to eat more. Now, if you wanted to eat more on a certain day, just go ahead and do so, but don't fool yourself into that mindset. It definitely can ruin your progress if it happens consistently. Like if you have a cheat meal, once a month, no, that won't ruin your progress, but the mindset of I'm gonna, starve myself and be super restrictive all week, and then so I can just, crawl to this cheat meal to keep me like energized and keep me like, dieting and stuff. Like, I don't love the mindset around that. So it can ruin your progress, but if it does happen, you need to just leave it in the past, move on, get back to everything that you would be doing. And again, like I keep saying in this video, if you feel the need to have one, then your diet is too restrictive, okay? A good diet lets you implement all the foods that you want to eat, but just kind of works on portion control and kind of eliminates like very sneaky calories and like unwanted, unfulfilling calories. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Let me know what you feel about cheat days or cheat meals. Like, do you have them? Did you have them in the past? How did you get kind of out of that mindset of like needing one? Because like I know I've been there before where like that was like the highlight of my week, and that's not a good place to be in mentally. So let me know your thoughts about cheat meals or cheat days if you have them, all that, just your mindset around it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Make sure you reach out to me on social media. Let me know what's up. Let me know what I can do to help you. Let me know how your journey is going. And once again, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.